Okay. Alright, everyone, no talking while people are presenting, okay? Please don't look at your phones. It's okay, I know you all are planning your hot dates over the weekend, but not right now, okay? Alright, whenever you guys are ready.
Today, ladies and gentlemen, we're here today to take you on a journey through a real-life business demand that, creates the whole demand analysis. So, normally in this company, in any company, they always call for strategy, innovation, and bold decision making, so they make the right decision. In rapid changing business environment, companies can no longer rely on the old traditional methods to stay ahead. So in this presentation, we'll show you how we can take the ideas and the problems and turn it into a solution, so that when you create your own company, you don't go and make all the, to me, it's dumb and dumb decisions.
So, my peers, Miss Christina, have you ever tried online browsing to purchase a product? Any one of you? Yes. But after surfing the internet, have you realized for a sudden ick that the ads know exactly what you want? Do you have that kind of feeling? Yes. You just don't know how do they know of your information, but they just know it, literally and violently. So through our team, we will kickstart this afternoon by unveiling a social problem that has been plaguing us until today, which is the silent manipulation of our personal data by the companies. Let me ask you all a really brief personal question. Nowadays, whenever you go to a restaurant or visiting a website, have they ever asked you that for, let's say, you go to a McDonald's and they tell you that for one free medium fries, free medium fries, you give up your Gmail to them. Ever met that? The discount coupons and the free gifts and all these types of goodies. But this is where the creepiness comes in. For willingness to give up your data to them without any conscience or while underestimating that the long-term consequences you're going to face. This is how company manages to slip into your mobile phone, your computer, and all of your personal details without you even putting up inside your heart. Okay, the previous slide, please. So, as you can see in this survey, most of the Americans were repulsed and unhappy about how their personal data had been used by the company. And over a half of them are feeling creeped out and uneasy about online tracking. So what we are going to do is to convey a message that true consent is all about having a choice. But we don't appear to have. We overestimate our abilities and underestimate how companies would do to us. So, I hope that through this topic, we can hope to take back our digital lives and repel the predatory practices the companies has been doing to us.
And not just companies that are going to face this issue, and people like us also does. And firstly, we're going to talk about loss of privacy. Every time when we use an app, website, or even carry our phones around, and we often share our data, like our personal data, which include like location, browsing habits, likes and dislikes, and even our search history. And sometimes when we click on accept all cookies, sometimes when we click on that, we don't really understand truly on what we are actually agreeing it to. And massive corporations and data brokers does collect and analyze our data, and they sell it. And they even build detailed profiles not about just our age and gender. They even build on our behaviors, our routines, and our fears. And it's not just about ads, it's about losing control over our personal lives. And constant surveillance means that we don't choose what we to keep private anymore. And in today's digital world, privacy is a human right issue, and it's not just a personal one. And secondly, we're going to talk about emotional manipulation. Our data isn't just used to sell products. It's used to influence on how we think and how we feel. And it's not just here's a cute shoe ad. It's here's a scary article, here's an outrageous post, and here's something that triggers you. And the more we react, the more data they actually collect. And this isn't a genuine persuasion. It's an engineered influence that can affect on how we vote, how we see ourselves, and how we treat others. And lastly, it's about mental emotional impact. Constant tracking, emotional manipulation, and targeted content damage our well-being. Symptoms include endless scrolling, distractions, anxiety, and disconnections. As doom scrolling is a habit of consuming negative content endlessly. Platforms push this because it gets high engagement, and we feel overwhelmed, powerless, and drained. It's not just a decisional issue, as because it affects on our daily life, such as relationships, attention spans, self-worth, and even freedom of choice. And what's the worst part is, we don't fully agree to this, and we're just swept along by convenience, entertainment, and so-called free services.
So, how do you solve the issues that she just mentioned? So, the first one is learn and control your digital footprint. So, every time we go online, whether it's browsing, using apps, or even posting online, we leave behind a lot of personal data. So this includes location, search history, messages, and a lot more. And most of us don't even realize we're giving away for free because we don't know who's controlling it. To protect our privacy, we use tools like uBlock Origin to block hidden trackers and use VPN to hide your IP address and encrypt your activity. So also review your app permissions regularly. So for those apps that you don't really use regularly, you can just turn off the location, or if they need to access your mic or your camera, just turn on when it's needed. So a quick check on your setting can show how much these apps can actually know you well. So let us just remind ourselves, the less data you give, the less control they have over you. So the next one is build awareness on emotional targeting and algorithmic influence. So social media platforms don't just track your clicking, but they also track your emotions. So you may be wondering, how? So for example, TikTok, every time you say, oh no, I feel so sad, oh my god, I feel like this. Then suddenly, every time when you open TikTok, suddenly there's those cheer up contents. Or even, oh, you're feeling very vulnerable, why not buy it? So these kind of things are really considered as emotional manipulating. So apps like Facebook actually have this thing called why am I seeing this ad? So that is just a little hint to let you know hey, we are actually targeting you, click away so then you don't do some random stuff like impulsive spending. So ask your friends next to you, have you ever bought something just because you felt like it? Have you? Yes. Many times, right? Especially girls, we tend to always spend a lot of money. Okay, so the last one is strengthening mental and emotional health through intentional digital use. So how we use social media actually affects our mental health, if you don't know. So constant exposure creates lifestyle that can lead to comparison, low self-esteem, and even anxiety. You know how sometimes you tend to compare your friend's life, oh, she's so happy with her boyfriend, she always buy this, buy that, and then we don't have. So that's considered as comparing. So to protect yourself, so unfollow those curated content, those influencers that give you all the, oh, I have this, I have that, but I don't. So try to remove yourself from that environment so that you don't go and compare yourself and make yourself feel very low. You are not, I'm just saying. So use less screen time and digital detox schedules. So what I mean by that is basically simply just putting your phone away during, let's say, class. and even enjoying your meals, or like when you have family time, you don't see them very often. Just put down your phone. It's not very important unless you have like a personal call to get. So replacing those times, you can actually go do journaling, volunteering, even join clubs. You know, somewhere there's a lot of clubs, right? Pickleball, badminton. Come join pickleball, it's good. So according to Yale Medicine, teens who consume over 3 hours of created content actually feel very anxious and low self-esteem every single day. So you basically just try to please cut down on your phone time. So you're more than just what your algorithm shows you. So step back, reconnect, and reclaim your peace.
Have you all ever wondered what if one day your data is leaked online? Have you guys ever wondered? So data leak can pose serious threat to everyone because regardless of who you are, data leak can let some companies or some individuals to misuse your data or sell your data to the wrong hands. Unwanted social media, text messages or information will be leaked to the public, and some companies might be able to use your data to do different kinds of fraud. Everyone, just imagine if one day your social media account has been hacked by someone and is trying to impersonate you to send malicious links to your family and friends. And then your family and friends will click into the link and their account will be hacked as well. Would you guys want this to happen? Yeah, I believe no, right? So that's saying prevention is better than cure. If proper measures are taken, you can prevent your data from being misused by anyone, prevent cyber criminals from doing cyber crimes, or if there's a case of a mass data leak, you can protect your data from being leaked as well. Okay, I have two questions to ask you guys. Can you see the difference between these two pictures? Who would you rather be? The one on the left or the one on the right?
Right.
Yes, I would choose the right as well because this guy, his bank account recently got hacked and he no more money. And then the one on the right, she very relaxed, chilling, scrolling through her Instagram reels because she set up a two-factor authentication for a bank account. So she's quite chill. She knows that her account is being protected.
Look and see for yourselves as what we just shared. There are so many companies out there that are harvesting our personal information. It's a real life danger. They are invading our personal lives, emotionally manipulating our spending habits, and disrupting our mental health. This isn't just about digital well-being anymore. It's about a human rights issue. Let me ask you this question. Would you rather spend days, hours, months trying to recover your bank account, or just 5 minutes to secure a digital footprint? I would think that the latter is a better option, right? Well, that's a challenge I want to leave with you. Here are 3 simple things that the necessary steps that we can take to prevent our data from being leaked. First and foremost, run a targeted ad experiment on yourself. I know most of us have Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, so on and so forth. Try this experiment for the next few days. Just look up one random topic, for example, Pokemon maybe, for the next 3 days, and you'll realize that all your ads, all your reels, and all your Instagram posts will start filtering because the algorithm will switch to target your search habits. And this is a very real reminder that the companies out there are profiling us based on our search habits to affect our emotional needs and wants. Now that you know what's going on, it's best to take action. Protect your privacy and install ad blocks. Open your browser and install uBlock Origin. This is a ad tracker. It's a defense mechanism that blocks ads from filtering your information and passing it on to other companies illegally. These are web extensions that will help with online traffic, protecting our online traffic without companies violating our human rights. And next, download VPNs. They play such an important role in encrypting our internet traffic, making things harder for third parties to steal our information easily. And lastly, audit your digital footprint. Google yourselves and check your digital footprint online. I'm sure all of us have Facebook, so we can actually go home and try Googling our names. And I think most of us realize that our names and our profiles can be found online. And this goes to show how unaware of the security breach that our social media profiles have. To deal with this situation, this problem immediately, turn off your location settings and make sure to enable the privacy setting for your social media profiles to prevent other people from stealing your information. Look, the point is, your data is your story. You're supposed to own it. Don't let anyone else take it away from you, especially heartless third-party companies. Every tap, click, and scroll leaves a trail behind, but only you have the power to decide how much of yourself to give away. Start fighting for your right to privacy and agency. Choose to be informed, not influenced. Take control, start living. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Alright. Please check your recording.